Okay, guys, this video is to review or to provide a sample of the essay for the PSA project. So, first of all, I just wanted to start with the outline because this is how you should begin, taking a look at the outline that you have completed, and you should have that outline approved by me during this week during our conference time. But first of all, I'm going to take a look at my outline because the outline is going to determine how I organize the essay. So the first paragraph in the essay is an introduction. So I've already written the introduction. For the introduction, I decided to just start with a definition. The book that I have is about coping with a parent that has a disability. So I decided to start my introduction by saying the word disability is defined as a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. And then I just added a few other sentences of fluff. Many people suffer from various disabilities and they need caretakers to help them. In some cases, these caretakers are children of adults with disabilities who are finding a way to cope. Notice how I just gave some very, very general sentences to lead me to my thesis statement. The writing that you see in red is my thesis statement. There are 3 methods for coping with a parent with a disability. That right there lets you know what the rest of the essay is going to be about. So now the next sentence I am creating will be my first body paragraph. So I'm going to start that down here. Notice that it is indented, meaning 5 spaces over, like the introduction. So I'm going to start with taking a look at my outline once again. This first method for coping, which is having structure in the home. So again, I'm referring to my outline the entire time. So I will start this first body paragraph. This is the first sentence of my first body paragraph because this is the first topic that I mentioned on this outline, having structure in the home. I'm going to use the rest of these sentences written in black to add as the details to fill my paragraph. This is how I have 5 sentences for my paragraph. And of course, you're going to have to add a few additional words and details so that your voice can be heard in the paragraph. So the first detail I have is this includes having daily routines for sleeping, getting up in the morning, and eating. So write that, but since I'm writing an essay, I'm going to be a little more savvy with it and use better vocabulary. The next sentence I have in my outline is, let's scroll back up to the outline. It would help to put away items in the same place all of the time. I'm just going to add that sentence to my paragraph. The next sentence I have on my outline is a quote from the book. So I'm going to refer to the book. I'm also going to cite the book by adding the page number where I found this quote. Now I have one last sentence on my outline for this particular topic. Now I close out this paragraph with a concluding sentence. This is one method to cope with a parent who has a disability. And I'm done with my first body paragraph. So I'll also begin the start of the next body paragraph. But I will not write the entire paragraph for lack of time. But for the next body paragraph, I could simply start by another method of coping with a parent who has a disability. Because now, this time, I am going to discuss the details that are in the second section of my outline. So let's see what that topic is in the second section. Here I said having social support from other people. So that is the topic sentence for my next body paragraph. Another method of coping with a parent who has disability is having social, gotta spell it right, social support from other people. I'm not going to go through all of the details, but obviously what I will do is take these details that I have listed here under that topic, and I will do the same thing I did with the first paragraph. I will add them here so that I have 5 to 7 sentences along with my quote. Then I will go on for my next body paragraph, and I could say something like the last method, and I will talk about taking time for yourself. And I will just repeat the same pattern of adding in the details that I have here on my outline. Lastly, I will need a conclusion paragraph. We've talked about conclusion paragraphs in class, so that it is quite easy for you all to see an example of that. I may even address it in another video, but for right now, this is how you begin your introduction and write your body paragraphs. You can use this as an example. I want to take out that space that I have in between these paragraphs here because I wouldn't need all of this space. As long as you have your paragraphs indented, that's fine. But this is a good sample of how you can format your introduction and body paragraphs for the PSA essay. Please comment below the video to let me know if this helps.